Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, say, around 3:07 a.m., heart slightly racing, staring at the ceiling in silence that feels too still? If it's happened to you more than once, let me tell you, it's not random. And no, it's not just aging. There's something deeper going on. That hour 3 a.m. is not just another part of the night. It's a kind of threshold. A moment where your body and your mind whisper truths you've tried to bury for years. Sometimes even decades. Biologically, yes, our sleep changes as we age. Melatonin drops. Stress hormones rise early. But this moment isn't just about hormones. It's about what your soul is holding. Think about it. When the world is quiet and no one is watching, what comes to the surface? A forgotten regret, a question you never dared ask, or just a feeling that something inside you is unsettled. That wake-up call at exactly 3:07 a.m. might be your life, gently shaking you, saying, there's something you need to face. And maybe, just maybe, it's not trying to disturb you, it's trying to help you heal. So, let's go deeper into what's really happening when you wake up at 3 a.m. You see, your body isn't just a machine following a set routine. It's more like an ancient instrument, finely tuned over millions of years to sense subtle signals, threats, fears, regrets, and emotions you thought you had buried. And in the silence of the early morning, when everything else is still, those signals begin to rise. Biologically, there is a reason for this. As we age, the brain naturally produces less melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. And while melatonin dips, cortisol, the stress hormone, starts to spike in the early morning hours, making you more likely to wake up. But here's the truth, biology is only part of the story. The other part, it's psychological, it's emotional, it's spiritual. It's that quiet voice within you that says, there's something you haven't dealt with yet. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's guilt, maybe it's a longing for meaning. And when everything outside quiets down, that voice gets louder. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m., don't just ask, why am I awake? Ask instead, what part of me is trying to be heard? If this message resonates, don't forget to subscribe. There's more where this came from. There's something almost sacred about those early morning hours when the house is silent, the world outside is asleep, and it's just you and your thoughts. That's when the things we suppress all day begin to surface. The regrets we buried, the old wounds we never healed, the fears we told ourselves we were too strong to feel. At 3 a.m. there's nowhere left to hide. No distractions, no noise, just the truth, raw and honest. I once spoke with a man in his late 70s. He told me, it's not my body that wakes me up anymore. It's my soul, and I believed him, because aging isn't just about slowing down. It's about looking back, reviewing the life you've lived, the choices you've made, the people you've lost or let slip away. And here's the thing, this kind of reckoning doesn't follow a schedule. It doesn't wait until you're ready. It comes when the psyche feels the urgency, when time feels short, and the story of your life still has pages left unturned. So maybe these wake-ups aren't interruptions at all. Maybe they're invitations. A call from within to sit with yourself and finally make peace with your past, before the clock runs out. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever felt like you missed something important in life but only realized it later, when the noise had quieted down? Many older adults think their trouble sleeping is just a part of aging. It's normal, they say. I'm just getting old. But often, it's not about age at all. It's about emotions that have nowhere else to go. Anxiety, fear, loneliness, guilt. These feelings don't fade with time. In fact, they often grow louder when everything else goes silent. I once heard an 83-year-old man cry as he whispered, I feel like I missed something. Like I forgot to live a part of my life. And maybe you understand that feeling, too. Because as we get older, something strange happens. We start reading our lives like a book in reverse. We turn the pages backward, revisiting old chapters. Sometimes, we smile at forgotten joys. But sometimes, we pause at the painful parts we never really healed from. And those sleepless nights, they're not always insomnia, they're invitations. Moments when the soul wants to speak, and finally be heard. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m., ask yourself gently, not what's wrong with me, but what have I not made peace with yet? Let me ask you something. What if your insomnia isn't the real problem, but a message? You see, waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just about aging or having a restless night. It's often your mind and body trying to talk to you. But instead of listening, society teaches us to fix it quickly. Take a pill, distract yourself, push it away, problem solved, right? But what if that 3 a.m. wake-up is actually the most honest moment of your day? In the silence of the night, all the noise we drown out during the day disappears and what's left is truth. Maybe it's unresolved grief, a regret never spoken, or even a part of you whispering, there's still more to be understood. True healing rarely comes from the outside. It begins when we stop running from ourselves. And yes, especially later in life that's not easy. Because by then, we've learned to hide so much under the surface. But the body remembers, the soul remembers. And sometimes, it chooses 3 a.m. to remind us. So the next time you wake in the stillness of night, don't just reach for your phone or medication. Ask yourself gently, what is it I need to hear right now? What part of me is asking to be seen, understood, forgiven, or simply felt, because that's where the real healing begins. Let's pause for a moment and reframe this. What if waking up at 3 a.m. isn't a problem, but a gift? I know, it doesn't feel like one. You're tired, maybe frustrated. You wish you could just sleep through the night like you used to. But here's another way to look at it. If you're waking up, it means you're still alive. It means your heart is still beating, your mind is still working, and your soul is still asking questions. That discomfort, it has something to say. It's not punishing you, it's inviting you to look deeper. Every time we wake up in the middle of the night, there's a chance to meet ourselves honestly, without distraction. It's as if life is gently nudging us and saying, hey, there's still time, you're not done yet. And in that quiet space, ask yourself a simple but powerful question. What lesson have I been ignoring for too long? Maybe it's forgiveness, maybe it's letting go. Maybe it's finally honoring the parts of you that you've buried under years of being strong. You see, healing doesn't come all at once, but it always begins with awareness. And if you're awake right now at 3:07 a.m. or any hour, that means you're already one step closer to it. Have you ever noticed that as we get older, sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to? You're not imagining things. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less melatonin, the hormone that helps us fall asleep. And waking up in the middle of the night becomes more common. But that doesn't mean we're powerless. There are small, meaningful changes we can make to improve our sleep. Step outside for some sunlight in the morning. Move your body regularly, eat foods that nourish you, and cut back on screen time before bed. These physical steps really do help reset your natural sleep rhythm, but sometimes, even that's not enough. Because when the soul is restless, no mattress, pill, or routine can quiet the mind. You can turn off the lights in your bedroom, but you can't dim the thoughts still echoing inside. That's why caring for your sleep also means caring for your spirit. And if you listen closely, you might realize that what truly needs rest, what truly needs healing, isn't just the body. It's the soul. None of us go through life untouched by pain, regret, or loss. But maybe the goal isn't to erase all the suffering, it's to learn how to carry it with grace, with courage. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just your body stirring. Sometimes, it's life calling you to wake up in a deeper way. Not just physically but emotionally, spiritually. These moments are invitations, a quiet tap on the shoulder from your inner world, asking you to turn inward and listen. Don't rush to silence it. Instead, sit with it. Write down whatever is swirling in your mind. Pray, if that speaks to you. Or simply talk to someone who understands. Do whatever helps you connect with your truth. Because sometimes, 3 a.m. isn't just the middle of the night, it's the beginning of something new. A small, sacred moment that says, you still feel, you still care, and maybe just maybe you're ready to heal. There's something about 3 a.m. It's quiet, still, honest. And maybe just maybe it's the most truthful moment of your entire day. While the world sleeps, you're awake, not because of a noise or a bad dream, but because something deeper is asking for your attention. And in that silence, you have a choice. You can reach for your phone, distract yourself, push the feeling away. Or, you can lean in, ask yourself, what is waking me? Not just what but why now. These early hours are not here to punish you. They're offering you something rare, a pause. A moment to face what you've been carrying quietly for years. A chance to seek peace instead of escape. And if you're brave enough to listen, truly listen, you might begin a brand new chapter. Even at 75, even at 85, it's never too late. So here's my invitation. Don't keep this message to yourself. Share it. Talk about it with someone. Write it down. Reflect. Heal. Because yes, the hour may be late, but it's not too late.